My name's Josh Rhodes. I'm with the Premier Truck Group. For those of you who don't know who the Premier Truck Group is, we used to be ATC Freightliner. We were purchased by Penske back in April this year, so we had a little bit of a name change, but definitely proud to be part of the program for the next couple days. Hopefully you guys can come down and spend some time with the vendors. This afternoon, I get the esteemed pleasure of introducing Miss Wendy Clark. And I've known Ms. Clark for a little while. We did business back when she was on the vendor side of things. Wendy is a vendor specialist, certified procurement officer for central purchasing with the state of Oklahoma, has a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science, and is a self-medicator. A certified mediator, a conflict resolution through the Oklahoma Supreme Court. Wendy's worked with fleet and equipment management, as well as writing bids for the state contracts, receiving substantial awards. Please welcome our next speaker, Ms. Wendy Clark.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I don't think I need the microphone because I'm pretty loud. Can everybody hear me? Yay! I used to be a baseball coach, so I'm used to going, move out in the left field. Anyway, okay. I just started this job about 8 weeks ago. The state of Oklahoma, Central Purchasing, OMES, we're all one. I decided they needed somebody, a vendor specialist, someone that was out on the road, someone that was out there to help you. I'm an advocate for you. My job is to help bring information, problems, procedures, anything that you need. I am the one you call. Now, I may not be able to fix the problem, but I will get you to the person that will. And I don't like passing the buck, believe me. I don't pass it when I can fix it. So, my position is to help you. It is also to find out what needs you have. There's things that need to be on the statewide contract that the state doesn't know about. I've been saying forever, there needs to be cranes on the statewide contract. All cities and counties buy cranes. They need cranes. Well, a really great thing is happening this week. It's called Statewide Contract 106. It's coming out this week. And the great thing about it is it's going to give you options. You're not going to have one utility bed, one dump body, and you're going to have some cranes. Now, I don't know what the number is going to be. That's going to depend on the people that get in on the solicitation and come back with good numbers. I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 5 or what it's going to be, but you're going to have some options. And I think that's been a complaint in my years of doing business on the vendor side. The complaint was, we have no options. Or it's not even on there and it's got to go out for bid. That's something else we want. If you have needs and most of you are buying the same things all the time, get a hold of me, let me know. Because I'll take it back to the state. We've got contract specialists there. When I get enough need there, I'll get it on a statewide contract. I'll go to bats for you. That's what my position is. I love it. It's right down my alley. And I understand what you guys do, because I've been out there working with you guys for years, trying to get things done right. Also, I want to address something that's been brought up a lot, and I don't have it on my notes, but it's about getting onto the site, and it's about the difficulty of maneuvering the site and people registering, and that is being changed. All that is completely being redone. The site's going to be user friendly, and I'm going to believe that it's going to be, because I have tried to get on there before and I had my own difficulties. So it's all of us, I think, that are experiencing that, and I think we're all going to be pleased when it's done. We're hoping the completion date is in December. I don't know exactly when that'll be, so I certainly wouldn't, cut it myself and give you any blood on that. But they're shooting for December on that. So that should make things much, much easier for people to get on there, get registered. If you have people you deal with in the southeastern part of the state and northwestern part of the state that want to get on and register, it should be a lot more people friendly by then. So, okay, now I'm going to jump forward, and really the biggest thing that I was here to speak to you about today was the ease of doing business with us. We want to make this process comfortable, enjoyable, smooth. If there's going to be issues, fine. I'm not afraid of issues. I'm not afraid to deal with problems. Multi-awards are something that we haven't really had in the past, and that's something that we're looking at now, and that's just going to open the door for you guys. And obviously, I think I didn't know if we were going through. I thought you might be looking at equipment. I know most of you you're gonna look at this, and you're gonna know most of these things already exist. You can get police cars, and you can get the accessories for police cars, and fuel, and dump bodies, and snow plows, and you can get spreaders as well. It's just showing you a list is what it's showing you. And I was less interested in that and more interested in what you have to say in your questions, but this is something the state put together, and it's got the statewide numbers on it. I did make a bunch of copies because as much as we're supposed to be green, some people like to hold something in their hand, so I made a bunch of copies of this with the statewide numbers on it and put my card on there, so if you have questions or concerns, I can jump in a car and come and see you. What I also wanted to talk about was, you may know or may not know about the state use program. This is something that I think is so important because this is people with disabilities, and they are doing a job and they're doing it for less than minimum wage. And they are working every day. They're getting less than minimum wage, and they are making products that we can purchase. We should be purchasing those products, and I just feel really, really strong about that because I've seen the products, that toner, there's so many of them, and you can get on the website and you can find state use and you can look at the products. They're mainly office products. And so I feel really strong about that. So please check out state use because that's just, it's nonprofit. It's just really, really valuable for our state because we're putting money out and then we're getting money back. So it's really a give and take, and it's good for all of us. So please look at state use. The next thing is, of course, Oklahoma Correctional Industries. And we all know they have, stop signs, and they make various items and furniture. And then there's surplus as well, and I think you all know about surplus. So, and that's available to everybody as well. My next item, I was trying to think where I was going next. Gosh, I couldn't have just tied things up already. It couldn't be that simple. Maybe it was. I told you I wasn't going to take an hour. I was going to be brief. Really, I've covered pretty much what I want. I know, there were some things I didn't write down. We have the national contract on the body cams, the police cams, and I got to go to that meeting, which was just absolutely great. It was in the tunnels, and I didn't even know there was tunnels, but that we started the contract. So Oklahoma's taken the lead. So we have the body cams and the car cams, and so that's great. And we're working on some more contracts like that. And what'll happen is other states can piggyback off of us on that contract and purchase those cams. So we've got a lot of really exciting new things going on that haven't happened in the past. And so I want to just tell you to please stay motivated and call me if there's an issue. And there's a lot more happening than what I'm telling you. I just didn't want to take a lot of time. I just wanted to tell you I'm here. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to make it easy. I'm here to take back your issues, help you with needs. Whatever it is, you can call me. So now I'll open it to questions. Yes?
If I want a lease purchase off a state contract, can I do that?
That is an interesting question.
Counties, mainly for counties. So we put together an option up to, I believe, up to 4 years option. There's a price with the lease purchase option already bid out and posted most of the contract. There are some we are still working on it. Pretty soon we should have that done also. So the lease option are available on the state contract.
And that's really the only reason I didn't bring it up was it wasn't complete yet, so I didn't know, and I'm glad you did. He spoke to it, but it wasn't completed, so I didn't have enough information to be able to say much about it. So there is a lot going on. That's kind of my enthusiasm and excitement is there's so much going on that we're doing. It's going to be helpful. Yes.
That applies to state agencies also, lease purchase plan? No, this is county.
Unfortunately, no. Because the state agencies are under a different set of rules. We have to go through, if they say the bond advisory committee has to approve. So,
If you can dive into 192 right quick, there's an amendment that talks about that. State can lease purchase. Before they can lease purchase, though, they have to have bond oversight committee approval.
right.
They can do that.
That's correct.
And that's an amendment 192, that's why Wendy, I was going to see if you could actually get that contract if they could see it.
Do we have internet access here?
Good luck.
Okay, okay. I am familiar with bond oversight, that has to go through, anything that's leased has to go through bond oversight, but,
How many state agencies are here? Okay. We know our processes, that's the reason I didn't want to say anything about the state process. Today, our intent was mainly counties and cities addressing their issues, so.
But I'll come and see you guys.
I'd rather not talk about the state process because I don't want to confuse other people with it.
but I'll come and see you guys, and I'll bring information.
We can have a side conversation after this.
Because that is part of my job as well, it's agencies, cities, and counties.
There seems to be some confusion with some county DAs accepting or not allowing their county to do the statewide contract on leases and trades. I mean, you can show them the information, but there's still some that just say they can't do it.
And I think what you're talking about is kind of the reason that I was hired to do this job, is educating people and letting them know. And the whole point of statewide contract is to make ease of purchasing for you guys. And that's what we're trying to come up with, multi-contracts, so that you have choices, you have options. But the whole point is so you don't have to go out for bid. So all I can say to that is, you got to give me some time to get around and see people, because that is my job. And, you know, I don't want to have to quote statutes, but I mean, they can do that. And that is what the point of the statewide contract is. And they call it open range, which is kind of interesting. I just went to the OML, and they came up with the term open range, which to me, I just thought of back the westerns, you know, back when the cattle were going over the open range and there was no fences in the way. And that's kind of what this program is about, open range, which gives you the ability to get on there and purchase the items that are on there. Open to cities, open to counties, open to everybody. Make it easy. Grace,
I do have internet access
you do?
down in the booth and all that, and I've got 192 up. Anybody wants to see that amendment?
Yeah, okay. Hey, Kurt.
Okay, on this lessee program, I mean, I know it's still in the works. Is that going to be, you can choose your own bank to use as the lessor, or we have to use on this like a vehicle purchase or a body purchase?
Thomas will speak to this.
The pricing is by the awarded dealers, so you will have to use the awarded dealers or the manufacturers.
Well, I mean, okay, but on the lease itself, I'm a vendor myself. So I'm wondering, we still find our lease sources. It's not up to you guys on the finance side.
No, you would be offering the lease to the cities and
Okay, but
counties.
we would still find.
Right.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, so, and I think kind of what he was asking, like, if Wendy buys a truck from me and she's the city of Muskogee, and I want to offer her lease purchase financing through Welch State Bank, since it's coming through me as a vendor, that's,
You will make
I
that.
can choose that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else? No? Well, I know that was short and sweet, but that's what I like, so that's how I wanted to do it. And I will try to see all of you personally at some point and help you all I can and just make it easy.
My name's Josh Rhodes. I'm with the Premier Truck Group. For those of you who don't know who the Premier Truck Group is, we used to be ATC Freightliner. We were purchased by Penske back in April this year, so we had a little bit of a name change, but definitely proud to be part of the